Hi, welcome to Keto Yoga's daily yoga practice. My name is Jess. So today we'll be doing 20 minutes of general yoga and we'll be really focused today on strength through the legs and inner strength. So props you might consider for today is a block. If you haven't got a block, you can use books or anything solid. So to get started, let's just come to sit in a simple seated cross legs. If you're quite open through the hips, you might be able to go into your half lotus or your full lotus. So either three of those is fine. Let's close the eyes down, bring the backs of the hands to the backs of the knees. Let the thumb and the forefinger come together to create a mudra. Close the eyes down and we'll just take a few nice deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Listening closely to the sound of the breath. Relaxing through the head, let the shoulders relax, chest and abdomen are relaxed. Beautiful, let's open the eyes, bring the hands down beside the body, inhale, let the hands come up towards the ceiling, let the palms touch. And let's exhale, bring the hands down through the center of the body. Do two more of these, flow with your breath, inhale through the nose. Palms touch, exhale, hands come down through the center of the body. One more, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's take the left hand and place the palm of the hand onto the earth. Inhale, bring the right arm up over the right ear. So I want you to stay here if that's enough for you. Press the right knee and the right sit bone back towards the earth. If you can go a little bit further, you might be able to bring that left forearm down onto the earth. So you should feel a really nice stretch down the right side waist. Now with this posture, we want to try to avoid collapsing the chest down towards the earth. So see if we can look up towards the ceiling and spin the heart up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breaths. We're going to inhale, come back up to center, use the right arm to bring you back up, pop the right hand down onto the earth, left arm up over the left ear, stay there if that's enough, or if you can go further, bring the right arm down onto the earth. So we'll look up towards the ceiling, but if there's ever any pain or tension in the neck, just modify your postures and look down towards the earth. We don't want to create any more tension or pain in the body. Beautiful, let's inhale, come up to center. Bring the arms parallel to the earth. Right arm comes over the top of the left. See if we can bring the hands around into prayer. If we can't quite get around into prayer, just pop the backs of the hands together, that's fine as well. If we can, bring the hands into prayer. We're gazing just past the arms and see if we can gently lift the elbows to release through the shoulders. Beautiful stretch, nice deep breaths. Exhale, release. Beautiful, let's bring the left arm over the top of the right, bring the hands around into prayer again. Gently lift the elbows, nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Wonderful, release the arms. So when you're ready, let's come up into our downward facing dog. Walk the feet a little bit here so that we can release through the hamstrings. The feet are hips width apart. Take an inhale, come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, release the heels down onto the earth. Your heels might not make it all the way down and that's fine, they can stay up, but just feeling like the heels are nice and heavy and starting to release towards the earth. Take an inhale, bring the right foot up towards the ceiling, so we're coming into our three-legged dog. Just take 2 breaths here. Press down into the earth with the hands, down into the earth with that left foot. On your next exhalation, we're going to bend into the right knee and see if we can drop that right foot towards the left hip. If we can, gaze up underneath the right arm. Nice deep breaths, we're opening up through the hips. Inhale, bring the right foot back up. Exhale, bring it down onto the earth. Coming into the same posture on the other side, bring the left foot up towards the ceiling, coming into our three-legged dog. A couple of breaths here. On your next exhalation, bend the left knee, drop the left foot towards the right hip. We're gazing up under the left arm. Again, if you can, close the eyes down. Beautiful, bring that left foot up towards the ceiling and down onto the earth. We're going to inhale, look up in between the hands, step or lightly jump into your half standing forward fold. And exhale as we fold down into our standing forward fold. We can bend the knees here if the hamstrings are tight. Bring the hands down onto the earth. Let the crown of the head, the top of the head, shift towards the earth. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Inhale. Let's slowly rise. Come all the way up. Let the palms touch. Exhale, hands come down through the center of the body. Beautiful. Let's take a big step back with the right foot. So that right foot's on a 45-degree angle. So the right toes are pointing towards the right corner of the mat. Bring the hands to the hips, square the hips off to the front of the mat. We're coming into our warrior one. Inhale, bring the hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, sink down into that front left leg. Ground down into the earth with the back foot. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands down onto the earth, either side of the left foot. So we're coming into a lunge here. So come up onto the ball of the back foot. And we're just going to take a couple of breaths here. So with all of these lunges that we're about to do, we have the option of dropping that right knee onto the earth, so the back knee onto the earth. You can keep the knee up off the earth, so for more of a strong practice, keep the knee up, but at any time that you need to, drop that knee down onto the earth. So when you're ready, bring the hands up onto the left knee, and we're going to come into a twist. So we're going to bring the outside of the right arm to the outside of the left leg. Hands are going to come into prayer, press the hands together, and we're gazing up just past the left elbow. So this is a beautiful stretch and quite a strong posture, especially if you've got that back knee up off the earth. If you have got the back knee up off the earth, feel as if you're pulling the back of the knee up towards the ceiling, so keep that leg nice and active. So if you can go further in this posture, we're going to bring the fingertips of the right hand down onto the earth, and we're going to open up the left arm. Stay there if that's enough, or if you can go further, bring the left arm around the back. We're coming into a bind. Bring the right arm underneath the body, and we might be able to hold on to fingertips. So quite an advanced posture, you don't have to go this far. Nice deep breaths. And when you're ready, inhale, bring the hands back to chest center. Exhale, bring the hands down onto the earth. Beautiful. Step the left foot back to meet the right, coming into that downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, looking up in between the hands, step or lightly jump, half standing forward fold. And exhale as we fold down into our standing forward fold. Nice deep inhalation as we rise. Bring the hands up towards the ceiling, let the palms touch. Exhale, hands come down through the center of the body. We're going to step back with the left foot this time. I'll come to the other side of my mat so that you can see me. So when you're ready, left foot steps back. So the toes of the left foot are pointing towards the left corner of the mat. Square the hips off to the front of the mat. Inhale, bring the hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, sink down into that right knee. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring the hands down onto the earth, either side of the right foot. As we come into our lunges, coming up onto the ball of the left foot at the back. Taking a couple of deep breaths here as our hips release. Remember that we can take our option of putting that left knee down on the earth or keeping it off the earth for a stronger practice. So just honouring what your body's feeling like today. And when you're ready, let's bring the hands up onto that right knee. Sink down into the hips, and when you're ready, come into your twist. Outside of the left arm comes to the outside of the right leg. Hands come together. Gazing up towards the ceiling, just past that right elbow. Stay here if that's enough, or if you can go further, fingertips of the left hand can come down onto the earth. Right hand up towards the ceiling. Again, stay there if that's enough, or if you can go further, right hand comes around the back, left hand comes underneath the body, and we might be able to hold on to the fingertips. Gazing back over the right shoulder. Nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the hands back to chest center. And exhale, bring the hands down onto the earth, stepping back into our downward facing dog. Let's bring the big toes together, bring the knees apart, pop them down onto the earth, and we're just going to come to rest for a moment in our child's pose. When you're ready, folding forward, bring the forehead down onto the earth, close the eyes down, take a couple of breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, walk the hands back towards the body. So bring the left hand behind the right arm, bring the left shoulder down onto the earth, and bring the left cheek down. So option to stay here with the right hand on the ground if that's enough, or if you can go further, right hand comes up towards the ceiling. Let that right hand draw around the back and rest it on the left hip. If you can go a little bit further, you might be able to hold onto the inner left thigh with that right hand. Close the eyes down. With the next exhalation, consciously relax through the left shoulder. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the right hand back up. Exhale, bring it down into the earth. Press into the earth with the right hand coming up and coming into the same twist on the other side. Bring the right hand behind the left arm, right shoulder comes down. Left hand comes up towards the ceiling, let it draw around the back. Rest it on the right hip or hold onto the inner right thigh if we can. Relax the shoulders, close the eyes down, deep breaths. Inhale, left hand comes up. Exhale, bring it down onto the earth, press into the earth to come up. And we'll bring the knees together. So we're coming to a nice twist from here. We're going to bring the outside of the left arm to the outside of the right leg, just as we did in our lunge. Bring the hands together. Press them together. We're gazing up towards the ceiling, just past that right elbow. And when you're ready, inhale as we come to center, coming to the same posture on the other side. I'll just spin around so that you can see me. Outside of the right arm comes to the outside of the left leg. Hands come together, press the hands together. Inhale as we come to center, just pop the hands down onto the earth. So we're going to fold forward over the legs. If you want to bring the knees apart here, if that's the only way that you're comfortable in your child's pose, then you can do so. But if we can, keep the knees together. Bring the elbows down onto the earth. Bring the forehead down, and we're just going to bring the hands together behind the head. Just see if we can walk the elbows forward a little bit. Nice deep breaths. Getting a beautiful stretch under the arms. Take an inhale, bring the forehead up. We're going to place the arms down onto the earth, just interlace the fingers, tuck the toes under at the back, and we're going to press up, bring the hips up towards the ceiling to come into a nice dolphin pose. So if we can, heels are on the earth. Your heels might be up off the earth, and that's fine. Press down into the earth with the arms, let the shoulder blades shift down the back. Stay there if that's enough for you, or if you can, take an inhale, right foot comes up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breaths. Exhale, bring that right foot down. When you're ready, inhale, left foot comes up. Exhale, left foot comes down. Beautiful. Bring the knees down. Take your child's pose, hands come behind the head. Nice deep breaths. Feel the back rise as you inhale. Beautiful. Place the hands down onto the earth. Walk the hands back towards the body. And we'll just come to sit down in the middle of our mats. Bring the left leg out long. We're going to bring the right foot in towards the body. So this right knee, see if we can bring it out past the hips. Pop the left hand down onto the earth. Inhale, right arm comes up over the right ear. So we're going to stay here if that's enough, or if you can go further, I'll take you through a couple of options. So you might be able to bring that left elbow down onto the earth. Continue to press the right knee back towards the earth. If you can go further, you might be able to bring the right hand down to the left toes, gazing up towards the ceiling. Again, as we did in our first posture, try not to collapse the chest down and instead lean back slightly and roll the heart up towards the ceiling. And if you can go a little bit further, you might be able to take the peace fingers of the left hand and pop them behind the ankle there. And gently draw the skin of the ankle back. Nice deep breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to come up to center. Use that right arm to bring you back up. And switch legs. Bring the left leg in, right leg out. See if we can get that left knee to come out past the hip. Palm of the right hand comes down onto the earth, left arm up over the left ear. So remember, don't push the body any further than it's ready to go. You do not have to take the options of going further. This is enough of a beautiful stretch down the left side waist. If you can go further, however, right elbow comes down. If we can go further, left hand to the right toes. And if we can go even further, right peace fingers behind that right ankle. Gently pull back. Inhale, let's use that left hand to bring us back up. Beautiful. Bring the soles of the feet down onto the earth. Keep the knees bent. We'll grab onto our block. We're going to place the block behind us. So we want the bottom edge of the block to arrive just at the bottom of the shoulder blades there. So we're going to come down onto our elbows and just pop the block to the bottom of the shoulder blades. So I want you to stay here if that's enough, or if you can go further, we might be able to start bringing the crown of the head down towards the earth. If you can, bring the arms up over the head. And if we can, we might be able to extend the legs out nice and long. Nice deep breaths. When you're ready, we're going to bring the elbows back onto the earth, beside the ribs. Inhale, press up, press into the hands, gently coming up, and we'll just remove our block. So we'll bring the feet together and come into a nice reclined butterfly pose to finish our practice. So when you're ready, bring the hands behind the body, coming down onto the forearms. For some people, this is enough of a recline, so you can stay here. But if we can, come all the way down. Beautiful. Let's put one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. Take a nice deep breath in. Listen to the sound of the breath as we exhale. Relax the arms. Another deep breath in. Feel the chest and belly rise. Exhale. So as we take a few nice cleansing, relaxing breaths here, feeling rise and fall of chest and belly. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring the hands down onto the earth. We'll just extend the legs out long. So we'll just come into our Shavasana for a moment. Bring the hands down beside the body. Backs of the hands are on the earth. Palms of the hands are facing up towards the ceiling. Let the fingers curl. Let the feet drop out to the sides. Close the eyes down. So just relaxing the muscles around the eyes. Often when we experience tension in our lives, we'll tense these muscles around our eyes. So focusing all of our awareness on relaxing deeply through that area. Feel as if you can breathe into that area of the body and relax the muscles all around the eyes. Taking our awareness now to the hands. Relax the hands. Let any tension release. And lastly, to the feet. Become aware of the soles of the feet, the toes, the tops of the feet. And let them become completely relaxed. Start to draw some awareness back into the room. You can wriggle the fingers and toes a little. Take an inhale, bring the knees in towards the chest, give them a little hug. Exhale, just rolling over onto your side. Take your time to come up, and we'll come to sit in a simple seated cross legs. Or if you can come into your half lotus or your full lotus, then you can come into that now. Close the eyes down, bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer at the chest center. Thank yourself for practicing today. Namaste. Thanks so much for practicing today. For more practices, jump onto our website, theketoyoga.com. If you're on Facebook and Instagram, make sure that you follow us. We do lots of yoga, meditation, inspiration, and beautiful daily posts on there. So hope to see you there. Happy practicing. Namaste.